Hey, what's happening, you guys? Todd Falcone. Welcome to The Fearless Networker and toddfalcone.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about trust, and had a chat the other day, as many of my videos are inspired by conversations with coaching clients and other people that I communicate with. And a gentleman asked me, how do I gain trust? How do I get someone to trust me? And my initial response, or first response, is thinking, okay, well, just tell the truth, right? And when we think about trust, we think about trust, truth, trust, right? And I believe that most people are likely, depending on what their background is and who they're typically kind of used to doing business with or associating with, like criminals probably are used to not trusting one another, other people, because they're just kind of in a world of distrust. But most non-criminal people probably tend to trust someone at first. I have no reason to doubt you, so if you're telling me something, I'm gonna likely believe it. Now, of course, it depends on the kind of situation that we find ourselves in. So here's the thing, obviously telling the truth is an important thing, because when you tell the truth, there's nothing to make up, there's nothing to find out or discover later, and then so that's like the premise of creating trust with one another, is just telling the truth. If you don't tell the truth and you're caught, then the trust goes away, and it takes a very long time, depending on the relationship, to gain that trust back, if it can ever be gained back. And it's also, trust is not necessarily something that's instantaneous. It's something that is developed or created. It's like consistency over time. Consistency through time is how trust is really created. And it's not just about telling the truth, although telling the truth is an important component to creating trust, but it's also about, when I think trust, I think reliability. Can I count on you? Can I rely on you? And it brings me back to a guy that I met surfing years and years and years ago. I met him out in the water one day, and we became friends, and we liked similar things. We liked to surf, we liked to camp, we liked to hike and be in the wilderness, and so we did a lot of that together. And I discovered pretty quickly through this relationship that he was not somebody that could be relied upon or counted on. In fact, I remember one day he called me up, and we're getting ready to go on this surfing mission down in Big Sur, California, and we're going to camp out down there for a couple days, and I'll be there at 10:30. I'm like, great. And see, for me, if somebody says they're going to do something, or if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So if I say that I'm going to be there at a particular time, I'm going to be there. If I'm going to be late, I'll let you know that I'm going to be late. He was going to pick me up, I think it was like 10:30 in the morning, and 10:30 comes and goes, and he's not there. And of course, I'm ready at 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, he's still not there. About 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock, my phone rings. And he's like, oh, I'm on my way. And I'm like, dude, where you been? He's like, oh, I had to go buy a car. And well, you couldn't call me and tell me? I've been literally like waiting for like 5 hours for you. Oh, I'm on my way. And I was so pissed off at that. Like when he showed up, I was outside with my bag and my surfboard. And as soon as his car pulled up, I grabbed my bag and my surfboard, and I went in the house and I locked the door, and I didn't answer the door to make a point. And, from that point forward, and I had already kind of come to realize that he wasn't reliable. He wasn't somebody that could be counted upon. And people want to do business with individuals that are reliable. That if you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you, it's like, I'm not going to, do you think I would ever have that guy pick my kids up at school? Am I going to have my kids picked up at school at 3 o'clock? I would never have him I would never even think about having him pick up my kids, because I couldn't count on him. I couldn't trust him to pick my children up. So you get the point. So the point here is, if you're struggling with people trusting you, maybe it's your friends. Maybe you have a reputation for being irresponsible, not reliable, not somebody that can be counted upon. That is going to be a process for you. That's going to be a long period of time where people start to see, oh my gosh, he's changed. And even when you've made significant, huge changes over a period of time, people that have known you the way you've always been for an extended period of time may still have a hard time believing that you've made those changes. So that's a struggle. But again, trust is built. And by the way, people like to do business with those that they trust, that they like. It's just something, the way we are as human beings, we just like doing stuff with people that are trustworthy, that can be counted on. And that's just kind of the way most human beings are. So my suggestion to you is you tell the truth, you stay consistent in telling the truth, If you say you're going to do something, you do it. You own up to your responsibilities. If you're going to be late, be responsible and say, look, I'm running late. I can't make it, or something came up. But don't be the flaky person that always constantly says they're going to do something and then they never do, because you're never going to generate trust with someone. It's pretty simple. And if you want to build your business, be successful in business, in or out of network marketing, it's very important then to be a reliable, trustworthy, consistent person. Not hard to do, actually, pretty easy to do. I wish I could say it was common sense, but sometimes common sense just isn't common, so I don't even know why we call it common sense. It should be uncommon, not common. I don't even know what the heck. I don't know. Anyhow. So that's how you do it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Todd Falcone, thanks for plugging into the Fearless Networker here at toddfalcone.com. We'll see you on another video.